What up, fam? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's doing well. So today I have a really nice product to show you. It's actually cheap. It would look good at a car show, but mainly they actually made this for safety. And this is it right here from the intro. It's a car door warning light. Now, I must tell you that I actually installed the other side already, and the reason why I did that is to show you the breakdown of exactly of what I did, because I actually have something pre-installed there, and it's actually my door sills, which you guys know. But anyway, before I get into that, I just want to show you what you're going to need. Obviously, taps, heat shrink, spare fuses. You're also going to need an ATM adafuse. Obviously, this is the product right here. There's only one in the box. Normally it comes with two. It actually comes with this pry tool, some electric tape if you need it, and two of these, two of the strips. The strips are about, I would say, they're close to 4 feet in length. You're gonna need wire strippers, a test light, your heat gun. You have your nifty fuse puller right here. And let me go over and show you real quick of what I'm talking about. Damn, looks pretty sick, right? Okay, so these are the door sills right here that you guys saw at the beginning on the intro. Now, and this is the plethora of wires. These are wires for my gauges and whatnot. Also, guys, so now you actually see I have all this stuff missing right here. The sill protectors, the protectors over there for the wire, all that stuff can just be pried up with your hands. I also pried this open. This can actually be, you just pull this rubber back right here, you pry this with your hands, and you just, these pop clips, they pop out. Real simple. The reason why we're doing this is to get access to here. This is the pretty much the door switch, and when the door closes and it presses it, see what happens? It shuts off the lights. See? There you go. Obviously, that's real simple. And you definitely want to take this out right here. Just use a 10 mil socket, or you can use a Phillips head, and I'll show you what happens. Once you take that out, you press the tab and pull the clip out, and here's what I want to show you guys real quick. All right, so in case you didn't know, once you take the switch out, everything is going to shut off because it's not grounded anymore. So this is what I wanted to show you. So the door sills right here, they came with obviously a black and red wire, positive and negative. Okay, so what I did was I took a piece of wire, ran it to the negative, and joined it all the way. I connected it and spliced it right into the switch. And the positive wire, which is right here, I actually took a separate piece of wire, connected it to the positive, and ran it. It's actually over, it's this wire right here. And it runs up right to this adafuse. Let me see, focus, there we go. This adafuse right here. And the reason why I chose this is so if you're looking at this, focus. Let me see, it's all freaking jacked up. So from the top, SEATHTR, that's the fuse right there. That is a permanent connection. I've did videos like this before. I'm gonna throw them up top. A permanent connection, guys. It is a connection that has constant power to it when the car is off. So that means you don't have to switch the ignition on for it. Like this. If you look in the truck real quick, that's a constant, truck is off right now. And that is a constant permanent connection. It's actually on a hot 12 volts. And this is just like the switch right here. This is just like the switch in the Subaru right here. I push this switch, bam. You get what I'm saying, guys? All right, so we're back. And the reason why, guys, I put an adafuse, is an ATM adafuse, by the way. The reason why I did an antifuse is that if anything was to happen with the lighting or anything like that, the fuse is gonna blow instead of shorting out some necessary component in the car. Which, look at all these wires. You think you can actually take the time to go and start troubleshooting? Well, you actually want to avoid troubleshooting things like that, and this is the reason why you run separate fuses. You know what I'm saying? So that is the main thing. Now, obviously, you stick it all the way around. Now, this comes with a fuse, like a little box. It actually comes with a box that actually helps with the current. And all you do, you just pull the plastic, you pull it up, and you actually remove, look, let's see if I could do it with one hand. There you go. So now, this box, I'll show it to you. That's the box right there. All I did was pull the bottom. You don't have to take the whole door out, or the inside of the door. And all I did was tuck it in right here. Obviously, you avoid any your speakers or anything like that. Just tuck it in. Just tuck your wires in neatly. And that's it. And then you tap it in and you're straight. These are the wires right here. And what I did was ran the wires. I took a coat hanger, ran it through, and these are the two wires right here. So I joined a long negative piece of wire, joined a black piece of wire to this, a red piece of wire to this. These are both the wires right here. And what I did was I took the red wire, tapped it into the power wire, which I previously had right here, and I took the black wire and tapped it into the negative wire running to the switch. And that is the reason why, in a nutshell, it works in sync with my door sills. Once the door opens, if the car is on or off, it'll work. So I just wanted to show you guys, this is the wires that I heat shrunk to the wires that I added. These are the red, that's the black. I'm pulling some of the excess through to just shorten up the wire on the inside of the car. This excess wire here, I'm gonna tape up. What I'm gonna do is I will run it under this rubber right here so it's not overly exposed on the inside of this door, and I'll put some electrical tape around it, and all of this stuff is gonna get tucked in right here. All right, and this is how neat it looks. Put some electrical tape around it, pop it in. It's underneath this strip right here, and it's right here. Also, if you look how there's play, see the play? And this is the door all the way open, so when it closes, there is no pulling or anything off the wire. So this is all the way open, and there is a little bit of play, and once the door closes, it's not getting squeezed or crimped or cut or anything like that. All right? Oh guys, one thing, obviously if you're not comfortable working around any type of electricity, make sure disconnect your battery terminals so you don't have an issue. Now you might be asking yourself, okay, so what about the other side? See, so now, remember I told you I have a separate wire over here running for, I have a separate ground wire right here, and I have a separate power, I have a power wire running up to the antifuse. Now remember, if you look at this right here, see this wire here is split into two. Let me see if I can show you a little bit better. See, there's 1, 2. This wire right here is actually taped up. It's running to the other side, and that's what's giving the other door sill its power. So all I would be doing is, so I pulled out the fuse real quick. So now I have 2 power wires. I joined 2 wires and connected this to this one antifuse. Okay, one of the wires is running to this one, this door sill right here, and the other one, which is this one right here, is running to the other side of the car, giving the other door sill power. And on the other side, I also have a separate wire as well on the other side running to the other switch to disrupt the circuit so that there is no power to the door sills once the doors are closed. You get what I'm trying to tell you guys so far? So obviously, most of you guys are not gonna have any door sills connected to your car. So what you would do you would get an ATM adafuse, okay? Find yourselves a circuit that is a permanent connection, okay? Once you find that circuit, you take 2 power wires, run it into the same adafuse. One goes to the driver's side, one goes to the passenger side, and that's really it. The grounds are already worked out. You get what I'm saying, guys? All right, guys, so I'm losing a bit of light, so I'm gonna hurry this up. See right here, these protectors, remove that one right here. These are the wires right here for the door sills. You see, boom, pick that up. So now, right here, you see, this is the power wire here that I ran. This is running from the other side of the car. And this here is the ground wire running up to this right here. Obviously, it's not on, guys, because I took out the adafuse. Remember? I pulled it out. So all I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna be taking the strip, opening it up, putting it on the side of the car, and literally tapping into, I'm gonna be tapping into this is the positive right here, and then tapping into the negative. And that's really it, all I'm gonna have to do with this, because I already have the wires run. Get what I'm saying? All right, so I'm gonna show you guys again. So if you were doing this from scratch, your power wire from your adafuse, this would be it right here. But this is the wire that I ran previously for my door sill. So I'll be tapping right off of that to the same adafuse. So this would be your power wire connecting to your positive wire right here, right? And this wire over here, this one right here, this bad boy right here, that is my negative wire that I connected to my switch right here. And as I told you guys before, you gotta take the switch off. Child's play stuff, take the switch off, and that switch right there, you press the clip, and when you press the clip, you disengage the switch, and obviously you could tap right in or join a wire right to this black one right here for the switch. See that? There's a black, yellow, and blue. That's what you're doing. So you're literally gonna be tapping right into that. That's really it. So I'm about to time lapse this and you'll see. Okay, so during the time lapse, you see me take a wire hanger, ran positive and negative wire, which is, it's still dead, but ran it through here, right here, ran it underneath this rubber strip. Now all I gotta do is pull this forward and tuck this box in. Feeling me? Pull it forward, tucks the box in, and then move this wire down and then connect it up. All right, so I had to move this bad boy in the garage. So, as I said before, I ran the wires through, coming out right here. I tucked the box in the inside the panel, in the door panel, and the negative is tapped into the negative running to the switch right here, and then the positive is tapped into the positive running to the other side to the adafuse. So before I button everything up, I'm gonna plug the fuse back in to make sure it works. Okay, so the adafuse is plugged back in, the other side works. Got my finger on the switch right here, about to release it. Bam. So So the upper half lights up and it strobes and then it starts flashing red. The underneath stays white as a courtesy light, so you can actually see on the ground as far as what you're doing. And that's really it, guys. So all I have left to do now, literally put some electrical tape around these wires right here, tuck this bit of wire inside this casing, and put everything back together. And that's really it. All right, peeps, everything is back together in the car. I pulled it back outside because pitch black out here, and this is the perfect time to do this. As I said, this is pretty dope, as you can use it in a show because it's super flashy. But the main thing is, let's say you stop somewhere, you open your door, somebody will definitely see you, and they can't say they didn't, because this thing is freaking bright. About to show you right now. Wow. Thing is beautiful. So you have, as I said, the courtesy light to the bottom, the passenger, the upper portion of it is flashing red. Let's do the driver's side. So guess what? You're pretty much straight. You open up your door, and let me tell you, man, this is something, as I said, originality at its best. Originality at its best. And that courtesy light is actually pretty bright. And what I'm going to do is, actually in the near future, I will be installing a separate switch where the door sills will remain on, and I can control this function right here. So it doesn't have to be on every single time, because obviously you go to a show, you don't want it to be obviously too annoying where, you know, it's constantly flashing. But let me tell you, it is freaking dope. So guys, drop down in the comments, tell me what you think. Everything will be in the description, especially other videos I'm going to be throwing up in the video to help you wire or test fuses and whatnot, so you can check what fuse you need to tap into. And that's really it, guys. I really appreciate you guys joining me again for this install, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.